Hello everyone, my name is Terry. I'm a software engineer. Up in a little history on me is I was a software engineer for going on now about 12 years. Um, and I just want to take and help people that don't know where to start to learn coding and stuff on their own instead of going to like a boot camp or using or going to college, that if you don't have the money to do it. So I came up with um, an idea to take and show resources that you can use to learn on your own. My top one that I love using is freecodecamp. Freecodecamp, you register on it and stuff. It's all free, um, and you can take responsive web design, get a certificate to use on LinkedIn, um, and stuff like that, to where you can get a job in this area of in like responsive web design, JavaScript algorithms, front end development, which I really recommend if you want to get into like React, Angular, using Redux and stuff. Front end development libraries is what you're going to want to go through. If you're just wanting to be able to make a website, a simple website, responsive web design is perfect for that. They teach you all about Flexbox, grid, HTML, CSS, proper uses of it. Um, and then they go even further into data visualization certification, backend development and API certification, quality assurance certification, and then they have some Python stuff also. Um, and then at the end of all those, you can actually take and also do coding interview preps, which is a whole bunch of different challenges. For example, um, they have challenges like finding the symmetric difference, inventory updating, a whole bunch of different projects you can do um, using APIs um, and everything, just to show that you know what you're doing. Um, so, let's go to my current challenge. Like, here's an example of with the JavaScript algorithms and data, basic JavaScript, taking and working out these problems. They give you the example, like on here, we can also use the plus equal operator to concatenate a string onto the end of an existing string variable. This can be very helpful to bring a long string over several lines. Then they show you on how to do this. They give an example on how to do it. So it's really easy to follow through and everything. My second favorite for learning to code is Solo Learn. Solo Learn, I use it a lot on my phone. Um, just whenever I have extra time, to brush up on my coding skills or to learn another language. You can take and do Python, C++, Java, and they have they have the Python core, which will teach you your basics on Python. And then Python for beginners, which teaches you more on the basics. And then they even take and go further, like if you want to learn machine learning, data science, React and Redux, intermediate Python. So if you already know Python and you want to brush up on your skills, you can go to intermediate Python. So very useful, very good. I recommend, if you're just beginner and you're wanting to learn, first try out freecodecamp. Freecodecamp is amazing, and then supplement that learning with Solo Learn. But one thing everybody needs to learn is just don't go off of tutorials. That's one thing about freecodecamp that is different than, with self-learning, where you're learning off of tutorials. You're just following along, and it's a lot harder to learn that way. If you're just following along and doing what they're doing, you're not absorbing as much of the information. But with Free Code Camp, they show you on how to do it, giving examples, but they're not telling you exactly this is how you solve this problem. And when you get into the projects for the certifications, like down here, we'll go into the JavaScript algorithms. You'll have at the end of each unit, major unit, after the 300 hours, which it doesn't necessarily going to take you 300 hours, or it may take you more. This is all work at your own pace. But down here, you have 5 final projects to do. And then once you complete these projects, you can take and get the certification for it. And like I said, which you can share on LinkedIn and other platforms, to where employers can see, hey, they're certified in this. They know what they're doing. They've done this stuff. One thing I really like about this also is that you can use this as also, just like with GitHub, which you can link it to GitHub, as a pretty much on your resume, as like a portfolio, because then they can take a look at the different stuff, the challenges you've completed, and everything. This is one of my newer accounts, because I took and decided to start over. So that's why, as you see, these different deals here. But that's all I have for you today. You have a good day, and hope to see you soon. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Thank you.